Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I went to my rheumatologist, like I said, and I will tell you she's not a great doctor, honestly. So I was told, that my lupus came back positive, and then she was saying that it came back negative. So I'm wondering if she got the wrong records. But one thing that is definitely positive is I have EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, but it's not ruled out that I don't have lupus. I still think that I have lupus because I have like all of the signs, and same with EDS. And did you know that EDS can cause hair loss? I didn't know that. I looked it up, and apparently it causes hair loss. And I didn't know that. And it's like, oh my gosh. So she pretty much just dismissed me and everything that I said. She didn't listen very well. And then she's like, yeah, I'll see you in 4 months. 4 months in between appointments. When you just met, you don't even know what's going on with me? Really? Okay then. So we are going to get a referral so I can go to a different doctor in Idaho. Because my friend goes to him and he is amazing according to her, so I'm gonna go see him. That way I can have one that listens, and I know that he's a good doctor because of my friend telling me. So I trust my friend's opinion. So I get to wait until the referral is put through and I get to be transferred over there, and until then, no one knows what's wrong with me. I was hoping I would get answers, but I got no answers whatsoever. She didn't even care about the fact that my head was hurting, that my head is hurting, and that I'm having issues with my scalp. She didn't care. She didn't even take the time to look at, my face and how red it is. She didn't care. I was diagnosed with hypermobility, which, very true. I mean, I know I have hypermobility. And I qualify to have EDS, so I'm diagnosed with EDS because I met all the criteria. So, and I really do. I meet all the criteria, and it's kind of sad. But she didn't listen. I tried telling her, what's going on with my head, and she just really dismissed it. So my mom has decided she's just going to let me do what I need to do for my hair. I'm going to end up cutting it pretty short. I'm not going to go buzz cut. I'm not going to shave it. I'm just going to do a short haircut so that it's easier on my scalp, because having just this long hair is too much pressure on my head and it hurts. So I'm just going to cut my hair, and that'll be that, and that issue will be somewhat taken care of. And then I think I'm gonna have to go for different shampoos so that are easier on my scalp. See if maybe that'll help. She also said that I have to exercise so that I can build up my muscles so that I can support my joints, because EDS causes loose joints and hypermobility is loose joints, and you're more likely to pop out or dislocate ligaments, not ligaments, but your shoulder, your elbows, knees. My knees are always popping out, so are my hips. My hips being able to dislocate was a big red flag for her. That was a big indication that I do have EDS. So, and it was really difficult because she was telling me she said, can you touch your thumb to your wrist? And I'm like, at first I was like, what? Because, it was morning and I was not there. She did it for me. She didn't even do anything, but I can touch my thumb to my wrist. I can, seriously. And then she told me, hey, can you touch your toes? And I'm like, she's like, so bend over and touch your toes. And that's what I did. But really, to meet the criteria, I had to bend over, palms on the floor, which I can do. And when we were talking about it, my mom was like, what criteria does she not meet? And she said, well, she can't touch her thumb to her wrist, which I can, but she did it for me. She didn't even, and then she said, and she can't touch her hands, her palms on the ground while bending over. And my mom's thinking, wait, what? And when we left, I'm like, Mom, she was wrong. she told me to touch my toes, and that's what I did. So I touched my toes. She didn't specify what to do. She didn't ask, hey, can you touch the ground with your palms, which I can do. And, so I qualify to have EDS. And so I am diagnosed with EDS. And because originally she just diagnosed me with hypermobility, which is essentially what EDS is. It's hypermobility, depending on what kind you have. So we're going to be going to a different rheumatologist in Idaho because I don't like this doctor. She's cold. She's a cold-hearted person. She was just, I don't know how to explain it. She was just one of the most cold people ever. She just wasn't nice and welcoming. She walked in, she's like, nice to meet you, hello, but I don't care what your name is, let's get to work. Then she just asked me, what's wrong, and like not even letting me really talk. And yeah, she wasn't very fun at all. Because, I was explaining, it's like, at the end of the day, my joints are like, you were moving, so you're gonna hurt now. She's like, I don't get it. It's like, okay, yep, you're not a fun person. So, not the best experience with the rheumatologist. I ended up coming out as clueless as I went in, because she didn't explain anything very well. So, yeah, I'm not very impressed with her. But, oh well, I guess that's what happens. It takes time. We met a girl in the waiting room who has lupus, and she's really nice. And I guess that all of her problems started happening when she was 15. She wasn't diagnosed with lupus until she was 25. Because there were no markers in her blood to tell them that she had lupus. Because I think this is going on with me because I don't have a serious kind of lupus at the moment, so it's not showing up in my blood. But she told us, she's like, mine just started getting worse and worse and worse, and it started building up, and then she was finally diagnosed. So she said that might be what it takes for you to get diagnosed. And she's like, stay away from the nightshade. They cause awful inflammation. And I just looked at my mom like, I told you. So, yeah, that was today. Not impressed with that doctor. No wonder they get so many new patients because they don't get their answers. And that's what I was hoping to get. I was hoping I would get answers, and I got nothing. And she was not very helpful either. So, yeah. And it didn't exactly help that I didn't have too much inflammation today. So, yeah, it wasn't too bad today, so, just... Mira, hello, baby. So, I'm gonna cut my hair, and I'm gonna hope that I don't lose any more hair in my eyebrows, because I really do not want to draw them in. It's like, no, I don't want to. No. Not happening. Yeah, she didn't listen very well, and she would interrupt me, like, if I was saying something, she'd interrupt me and start asking different questions, like, I'm your patient. You have to be patient and let me talk about what's going on so that I can get answers and you can understand what's going on. But no, she just wasn't. She's not a great doctor, so I definitely do not recommend her. Her name is Dr. Muntean. So, she's in, I believe she's Providence. One of the Providence doctors downtown. I don't recommend her. Yeah, she has a 5-star rating, but honestly, I don't see how she could have a 5-star rating because she's just cold. She is a cold person and she doesn't listen. Honestly, my rating of her is probably a 3. Yeah, she gets to work, but she is not a welcoming person. I want a doctor that I'm going to be able to actually feel comfortable talking to, because I think that's important. It's important for patients to be comfortable with their doctors so that they're not feeling like they don't feel nervous and they just need to feel welcome, because I think it's important that I feel welcome when I'm going to talk about a serious thing. I mean, it's important that you're welcome. It's important that the doctor is nice and just happy and go lucky and just, oh, hi, nice to meet you. What's going on today? Like my nutritionist, my pediatrician. Yeah, nutritionist. Wow. My pediatrician, she was very welcoming and she was very awesome. And we were friends. You have to have a relationship with your doctor. The relationship is doctor and patient, but I think that it should always be like friends, because my doctor was my friend. She was awesome. She retired and is like, dude, no. Anyway, so I think it's important that I find a doctor that I'm going to be able to not connect with, but actually like feel comfortable with and feel comfortable to be around and not unwelcome, because I've been to so many doctors and it's not even funny, and every time there's those that make you feel welcome and those that don't, and I like people who make you feel welcome. So yep, we're looking for a new doctor. I believe his name is Mr. Dining or Dinning. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's Dining. I'm guessing it's Dining. Anyway, he is in Idaho, and my friend goes to him, and she says nice things about him and says that he's pretty cool, so I think that we're gonna try to do that, and hopefully he's a good doctor, better than Dr. Montine. Yeah. So, that was my day. It was not too great. I had a mental breakdown. I had a breakdown in the car, because it really kicked in now that I'm never going to be able to dance again. I can't in my condition. Well, I can't with this because my knees are hyperextended, and if I do something wrong, then I'm going to be permanently messed up. And my arches are falling in my feet, and yeah, it's not too great. So I get to get new shoes. Who doesn't want new shoes? I mean, come on. Shoes are amazing. But yeah, I guess that's just how my life's gonna be. And we're gonna start going to the gym, and I'm gonna have to start lifting weights, and people are gonna have to hold my elbow so that my elbow doesn't hit the floor, because that's pretty much what happened. I'm at high risk for dislocation. So I just have to be really careful. We're going to have to get supports for me to protect my joints. So this is not going to be fun. But one thing I don't understand is if it's hypermobility, then how come I can't move my back? Shouldn't that mean that my back is like, oh my gosh, it's bending. Oh my gosh. Shouldn't that be it? Or you're like, oh my gosh, my back is like... So, normal back. My back. It should be like that, right? If it's hyperextended. Because right now, mine, I can't move it. It hurts, and I'm really stiff in the morning. And it's awful, and it hurts. So, I don't understand this whole hypermobility stuff yet. And she didn't even tell me what I could do for pain. It's like, oh, thanks, you're a help. You're so much help. Thank you. Yeah, nice to meet you, too. She didn't even ask what my name was. She didn't even ask how I was doing. Like, she's like, okay, let's get to it. It wasn't like normal doctors are like, nice to meet you, and they shake your hand, and they're like, so, what do we have here today? What's your name? You know, like, so how's your day? How's your day going? How's your week? This one is just like, nice to meet you, let's do this. And she was so, oh my gosh. Like, not seeing her again. Anyway, so I'm going to go now because I'm almost at 15 minutes, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to be watching for another 15 minutes. So, because my phone doesn't even let me go that long. Oh my gosh. I'm also going to be making another video a little bit later on makeup. I didn't do my makeup today, and I'm like, I feel so naked. Okay, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Press that big old button down there. And then you can comment down below if you got any questions or any recommendations for doctors in the Washington, Idaho area. I don't live in Seattle, so don't go that way. Don't go that way. I do not live anywhere near Seattle. So, if you got any recommendations for any rheumatologists or anything, then let me know, because I am looking for places to go that are good. So if you recommend one and they're like amazing, go ahead and comment their names and I will like look it up and stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment down below if you got any questions or just any comments or concerns about my mental health. Thanks for watching. Bye. Love ya.